Hi everybody, I'm Wicked Blanca. Welcome to my audio. And I'm not gonna make the video where I analyze the result. It's too much time and too much work, so I'm just gonna make this video instead. So let's start. Well, Proposition 63 has been approved, thanks to an overwhelming vote. The gun initiative is now into law, and it won't be long before the sales of ammunition is illegal. And it's not just the gun control initiative, it's also the cigarette tax and the plastic ban initiative that has been passed. The more I think about it, it makes me realize that I don't have any faith in the California voters. Because they're so stupid that they're willing to vote for dumb laws that don't do anything to help the state. And basically, the Prop 63, was pretty much created by Gavin Newsom, the biggest turd in California, right next to Jerry Brown, Barbara Boxer, and Dianne Feinstein. All of these assholes make me sick. All they want to do is regulate everything. Every single fucking thing that we have in the state of California. Not just guns, cigarettes, and alcohol, but also cars, plastic bags, item number one, item number two, just everything. An infinite list so they can have all the money. They know these regulations benefit their bureaucratic buddies and themselves as usual. Gavin Newsom, Jerry Brown, Barbara Boxer, and I guess Dianne Feinstein and Kamala Harris are not going to stop regulating everything. They're the worst politicians we have up in Sacramento. Yeah, and the fact that they support gun control really bothers me a lot. They think that this initiative, like all the other gun control laws, is going to make the state of California safe. The problem is, it hasn't made this state safe. It did not stop the San Bernardino shooters, and it did not stop Elliot Rogers going on a rampage. Because law-abiding citizens are banned from owning guns. And this gun ban's not going to do anything. Now, technically, because of these anti-gun initiatives we keep passing, it's going to make more people helpless victims. If you think about it, I think Gavin Newsom, along with Jerry Brown and Barbara Boxer, and of course Dianne Feinstein, they like helpless victims. They like to help them out. So they pass these initiatives that make people helpless victims. So these helpless victims can vote them in office. They'll tell them that the reason why you have to be a helpless victim during a home invasion robbery is because there's not enough laws to keep guns from the hands of criminals. Even though that we already have all the fucking laws in the world, every gun control law you can think of in this state, they still keep telling them that. Then they get elected in. That's what's going on. If I get like mugged or suffer a home invasion robbery, I got Gavin Newsom to thank. And of course all these fucking piece of shit Sacramento politicians as well. Every single politician up in Sacramento is a pile of fucking shit. And of course we got the cigarette tax. Like that's gonna do well. I wouldn't be surprised if we start having black market cigarettes. And on the count that we tax our cigarettes, let's face it, raising the minimum age of people that are able to buy cigarettes up to 21 is not good enough. So we gotta tax the cigarettes. And I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of people go out into the community and sell cigarettes to people that are under 18 or people who don't want to pay the taxes. Like here's a $2 carton of cigarettes. Now go smoke them. It's basically what it is. None of these fucking politicians give a fuck about us. People, they just want to get reelected. That's what Kamala Harris wants to do. Now that Barbara Boxer has retired, thank fucking God. Good riddance of this fucking old bag. Kamala Harris is now taking over a Senate. Everybody voted her in. Nice choice, California. We get rid of one bag of shit for another bag of shit. That's what we do in this fucking state. And none of these politicians talk about drought relief or subsidizing farmers to switch to drip irrigation. Because they're too fucking stupid to give a fuck about us folks. Now technically, when it comes to these nanny state shit, with gun control, cigarette tax, plastic bags ban, I guarantee that most criminals would not go to like fucking Montana to do a home invasion robbery. Even if there's like multiple guns, because they're not gonna fuck with anyone up there, because people are allowed to own guns. And they know that their pea shooter does not match against their M16s or automatic rifles. However, down here, they can just do whatever the fuck they want because the citizens are disarmed. You can't own tasers, you can't own pepper sprays, or, well, I think you can own pepper sprays, but they're making it difficult to own tasers because of that shit. And I guess these criminals can do a home invasion robbery here in San Diego, knowing that it takes about 15 minutes for the police officers to respond to a home invasion, and a police officer to respond to a home invasion, and they can just hold and kill the entire family if they want to. Come on, Mr. Criminal Guy, please put your gun down so I can have you wait 15 minutes while I call the cops and they come. It doesn't work like that. They're gonna take everything they want, whether they see it's valuable, and you can't do shit about it. If they want to kill you, they can kill you if they want to. On account that the American citizen of California is disarmed. fact, the state of California should change its name to the nanny state of California, on account that's what California is. It's a nanny state. It's always been a nanny state since, I don't know, the left took over. And also, I heard that Barbara Boxer wants to pass a bill that would get rid of the Electoral College. And I wonder why. If you get rid of the Electoral College, most of the areas in the United States, mainly the states that have a large urban population, will get to have a say. I mean, mainly like New York and California. These states are pretty much left-leaning. Other states like Montana, Wyoming, and I guess New Hampshire would not get a say. All the politicians will visit these states. And these urban areas tend to be left-leaning. You know, the New York area, Greater Los Angeles, the Bay Area. They're all left-leaning, I tell you. Maybe that's why she wants to get rid of the fucking Electoral College. So, all the left-leaning people will have a say, while the right-leaning people will not have a say, because, you know, most of the conservative population within the country are more rural than urban. Which is pretty much true about it, if you think about it. I don't support her decisions of getting rid of the Electoral College. Maybe not having an Electoral College will work in countries like classical Athens or San Marino, but not here in California. Not here in the United States. We're too big, we're too far outspread. And if you go around the rural areas of the United States, which I had done before, there's not a lot of people living there, save for a couple of farmhouses and farmers and ranchers. And it's funny how people complain about overpopulation in the U.S. when we got just miles of open land. Open range. But anyways, that's my rant on this gun control and the nanny state thing and Gavin Newsom. And of course, Kamala Harris is a fucking scumbag. That bitch. I did not vote for her. Oh yes, if people complain to me about they can't get plastic bags or have to pay extra for a plastic bag, you can't complain to me because I voted against it. Not very many people have any common sense. Of course, Prop 51 also passed, which means we're going to have increase our, our $400 billion plus debt to, $9 million more. You know, and I'm aware that money does not help our education system to improve. Kids in our state don't learn critical thinking, and I don't think they learn the amendments or anything about our government, you know, and yet they pass gun control laws. I wonder why they don't learn our Bill of Rights and critical thinking. Maybe because Gavin Newsom does not want people to critically think. So he's going to think for them. You know. So he can take advantage of the people of California. by passing shitty laws that don't work. And since people don't have knowledge of the Bill of Rights, which is most of the I think 10 amendments, they're not going to question his gun laws. So I'm Wicked Wonka, and I'm signing off.